Do you remember when a picture was worth 1,000 words? Now it is worth one big lie, digitally airbrushed, filtered, deep faked and algorithm approved. Hello and welcome to the modern internet, where your parents and grandparents are frequently deceived by clickbait, misinformation, and where influencers treat ethics like a challenge. I am a grumpy old Englishman and I am here to rip the mask off the fakery. The internet, where everyone is a model, no one is aging, and apparently world leaders are always drunk at press conferences. Today we are discussing something that pisses me off: fake news, face filters, and the full-blown circus of social media deception. Buckle up, it is going to be bumpy. So, what is misinformation? Now, let us start with some basic definitions, because apparently some folks out there still believe everything they read on Facebook or wherever. Misinformation occurs when false information is unintentionally shared on social media without the awareness that it is incorrect. Disinformation occurs when falsehoods are deliberately spread, similar to a politician strategically using Wi-Fi to manipulate narratives. Fake news originally referred to satirical or absurd content, but today it has evolved into a term often used to dismiss information that someone simply dislikes. Marvellous. Now, here is a brief timeline of twaddle on how social media went from cat videos to digital war zone. In 2016, Russia decides that rigging their elections was not enough, so start trolling ours, bots, memes, chaos. Brilliant. In 2017, Snapchat face filters explode. Suddenly every teenager looks like a cartoon with pouty lips and bug eyes. In 2018, deep fake arrives. People start pasting celebrities' faces onto porn. Charming. In 2019, the Nancy Pelosi video slowed down, slurred speech, and looked like she was 3 G&Ts deep. It was not AI, just good old-fashioned dirty editing. Facebook left it up, YouTube took it down, Twitter twiddled its thumbs. In 2020, the COVID infodemic, drink bleach, burn 5G towers, the virus is a hoax unless you are coughing, then it is very real. From 2021 to today, TikTok has turned into something like a teenage hallucination. Filters that make you look like you have had lip fillers, chin jobs, or let us talk about that filter, the downright despicable filter. Yes folks, someone actually thought it would be funny to create a face filter that makes you look like you had Down syndrome. I am not kidding. Many giggling influencers with a moral compass of a wet flip-flop are posting videos using it for getting clicks, likes, and a means to make downright disgusting money. That is not edgy, that is cruel. And if you think that is just a joke, then frankly you need your hard drive wiped along with your conscience. So here is how this nonsense works. You slap on a beauty filter, maybe slow a video down to make someone look drunk, toss in a dodgy caption and boom, instant viral hit. TikTok duets it, Twitter fights about it, Facebook's Aunties Brigade shares it. Moreover, what do the platforms do? Label it, maybe, remove it, sometimes ignore it, often. The result? No one believes anything anymore. You show someone real footage and they go, oh, that's probably AI. Well, congratulations, now reality itself is optional. It is not just misinformation, it is mental manipulation, identity fakery and digital disfigurement, all wrapped in a dopamine delivering algorithm. So my advice, treat social media like a dodgy used car salesman. Squint, ask questions, smell the nonsense, because these days even the crying face you see online might just be a filter, and behind it is a smiling liar counting clicks. In a world where face filters replace faces and facts are just opinions, someone has to call it out. Therefore, next time you see a polished post, a tearful reel, or a headline that makes your blood boil, pause. Think. Also, if all else fails, assume it is garbage until proven otherwise. Moreover, if you are using filters to mock people with disabilities, log off. You are the problem. End of. That is it from me, folks. However, before I go, I should give you a few of my thoughts that you may like to digest. Social media is where reality goes to die, and deep fake influencers teach us that even our faces are not good enough. Filters, once used to fix bad lighting, now they are fixing entire identities. Fake news used to mean absurd satire. Now it means I do not like this information, so it must be a lie. Why trust professionals when you can just believe a deep fake politician who looks vaguely human? Social media is where your grandma's misinformation posts and AI generated deception fight for dominance. Deep fakes are just the modern evolution of deception. Back in the day, people had to forge documents or falsify records. Now, one click and you have a fully fabricated human giving a political speech they never gave. Misinformation has been around forever. Many evil rulers used propaganda. Yellow journalism fueled wars, and now we have influencers making up medical advice because it gets clicks. Filters are the digital equivalent of 18th century portrait painters who conveniently erased imperfections. However, at least those paintings did not convince people that their noses should look like Pixar animations. Social media is where facts go to die and history is rewritten every time someone decides an event did not align with their brand. At least in the Cold War, misinformation campaigns required actual effort. Now, an algorithm does the job in seconds, and your uncle believes a celebrity is secretly an alien overlord. It is comforting to know that every technological advancement meant to connect us is just making reality even more questionable. Back in ancient Rome, political deception involved elaborate schemes and backstabbing. Now, all it takes is a filter, a deep fake, and a gullible audience willing to believe anything with 10,000 likes. People were once suspicious of forged documents and fabricated manuscripts. Today, they are more likely to trust a blurry AI-generated politician more than their own eyes. Once upon a time, spreading misinformation required effort, secret meetings, coded letters and spies. Now, it is simply someone on TikTok confidently explaining how drinking only rainwater will cure every illness known to man. Society once worried about libraries burning and knowledge being lost. There is no need to burn anything anymore. We simply drown facts in a sea of algorithmic nonsense. In the past, propaganda was plastered on posters and spread through speeches. Today, it involves deep fake celebrities endorsing a product they do not know exists, and people believe in it without question. At this rate, we will need historians trained specifically to sift through layers of digital deception just to figure out what actually happened in any given year. This has been yet another rant from a grumpy Englishman. safeguarding your brain cells, one fake news story at a time. Now, after all that, I am off to rub some tiger balm on my temples and scream into a banana tree. See you next time on Isaan Flicks, where truth still matters, even if no one online seems to recognise it. Bye bye.